Welcome to the absolute edge of sanity. You are looking at the notorious Hai Van Pass, a treacherous ribbon of asphalt carved into the unforgiving mountains of Vietnam. And right now, a heavy-duty Howo semi-truck belonging to Hoang Cuong Transport Company is about to attempt a geometrical impossibility. Just look at the sheer majesty and terrifying scale of this operation. We are staring down the barrel of a hyper-aggressive hairpin turn, a corner so tight it makes a shopping cart look hard to maneuver. The burning question is, can this mechanical leviathan actually squeeze through this twisted piece of road? The driver is already swinging the cab incredibly wide into the oncoming lane just to set up the angle. Behold the cargo. Two absolutely massive industrial tanks. Now, while they might not weigh 1,000,000 pounds, they are obscenely long. We are talking about a rig that easily stretches over 100 feet from bumper to bumper. Look at the rear axles of that trailer. They are completely abandoning their own lane and totally invading the opposite side of the highway. And wait, listen to that. The steel belly of the trailer has just made violent contact with the mountain road. The ground clearance has officially reached 0 inches. Mother Physics is screaming no, and it looks like this behemoth is absolutely stuck. The rear tail end is dragging hard against the tarmac. We can only pray to the gods of diesel and torque that he pushes through. Okay, congratulations to the driver. He kept his foot in it. But look at the tilt on those tanks. The center of gravity is completely out of whack. That cargo is leaning so hard it is practically begging to roll over and tumble thousands of feet down the cliff face. This is pure nightmare fuel. The rear of the trailer is entirely sweeping across the wrong side of the road. One wrong twitch of the steering wheel, and it is a catastrophic rollover. The driver is inching forward, crawling at maybe 1 mile per hour, fighting friction, gravity, and common sense to escape this death trap of a corner. He is almost clear, but wait. Look behind the trailer. There is a secondary support vehicle, a heavy-duty crane truck riding his bumper. This is not a coincidence. This crane is acting as a literal mechanical bodyguard. In these extremely sharp switchbacks, the crew uses the hydraulic boom of that crane to physically push the tail end of the trailer around the corner. That is right. They are playing bumper cars with 80,000 pounds of steel on a mountain cliff. And just like that, with sheer brute force and ridiculous ingenuity, they have escaped the first hairpin. But there is 0 time to relax. We are following this convoy right down to the next descending curve. It is a slightly milder bend, but when you are dragging 100 feet of metal behind you, nothing is mild. The driver brings the entire rig to a dead halt to calculate his attack vector. Let us post up right here and analyze this masterpiece of extreme trucking. To make this turn, the driver has to hijack the entire opposing lane. He must swing the cab as far wide as physically possible to ensure the rear trailer bogies can cut the corner without ripping the mountain apart. And get this, those massive silver cylinders? He is transporting giant brewery tanks. That is right, this man is risking his life on a mountain pass to ensure the delivery of beer. He is not just a truck driver, he is a national hero. All right, the beer has survived another corner, but the mountain is not done with them yet. Down below, there are 2 more descending curves that are significantly more brutal than anything we have seen so far. Let us head down the elevation and see how this plays out. The truck has now descended to the lower foothills near the Hue City border. We have a narrow, unforgiving concrete bridge approaching. And here is the craziest part of this entire documentary. The man commanding this 400 horsepower beast is just a kid, a remarkably young driver handling a rig of terrifying proportions. He is piloting a vehicle so long it defies logic, carrying cargo that values pure volume over sheer weight. Look at the precision. He hugs the bridge railing with almost 0 margin for error. We are talking maybe 2 inches of clearance between his tires and the concrete barrier. He has to do this just to make sure the massive tail end of the trailer does not wipe out everything in its path. He is threading the needle perfectly. Just a few more feet and he is clear of the bridge. Meanwhile, every single oncoming vehicle is completely paralyzed, forced to a dead stop to surrender the road to these twin gigantic metal silos. Behind our camera position, there is another heavy tanker truck waiting its turn to descend. The mountain is packed with heavy machinery today. Let us follow the action down to the next curve. There is the faithful crane truck, always hovering right behind the cargo. This mobile hydraulic guardian is the ultimate insurance policy when traffic jams up on these tight mountain goat paths. Oh, and what a blast from the past! We just spotted a classic Hyundai HD 1000 and an HD 700 tanker squeezing past. The sheer volume of industrial transport on this two-lane road is staggering. Now brace yourselves. Our young hotshot driver is about to tackle another vicious hairpin switchback. The tension is absolutely suffocating. He has successfully wrestled the beast through the apex. But look at the collateral damage behind him. A massive traffic jam is snaking up the mountain. Cars, buses, and commercial trucks are trapped in an endless line, held hostage by the sheer scale of this transport operation. Let us grab a bird-eye view from higher up the cliff to truly appreciate this circus. All the smaller commercial trucks and passenger buses have finally been granted permission to overtake. The visual from this elevation is absolutely breathtaking. You can see the winding asphalt, the lush green jungle, and the blue ocean in the distance. And suddenly, pure, absolute chaos. While standing right here, a massive giant tree has violently collapsed straight down the embankment entirely on its own. Mother Nature literally just threw a giant piece of timber down the cliff. Because apparently, driving a mega truck on the edge of a mountain was not dangerous enough today. It has been a long time since I have documented the madness of this pass, and bumping into a super heavy transport team from Hoang Cuong Company is an absolute goldmine. The drivers are incredibly cool under pressure, offering friendly smiles while casually performing one of the most stressful jobs on planet Earth. Down below, the colossal truck is slowly releasing its air brakes and creeping forward once again. In the distance, you can see the gleaming silver of the tanks. Just a few more seconds, and the truck will enter the final brutal curve of this section. The good news is, once he survives this specific corner, the road down in the valley becomes significantly more forgiving, with much wider turns. It is absolutely mind-blowing. The driver sitting in that cab is likely in his early 20s. To possess the spatial awareness, the heavy machinery skills, and the pure raw nerves required to pilot an articulating tractor-trailer of this magnitude down a steep mountain grade is nothing short of extraordinary. After this section, he can finally take a breath. We wish this young prodigy a safe journey and solid nerves of steel on all his future highways. But wait, look at this final maneuver. To clear this bend, he has steered the cab so far to the right edge of the cliff that his tires are kissing the dirt, while his enormous 100-foot trailer is completely abandoned in the left oncoming lane. The entire rig is folded back on itself like a cheap pocket knife. The articulation angle is almost 90 degrees. The trailer is literally pointing in a different direction than the cab. The suspense is chewing up the oxygen in the air. And there it is. The cab straightens out, the trailer obediently follows, and the mechanical beast has officially conquered the impossible geometry of the Haivan Pass. This was an absolute masterclass in extreme heavy-haul logistics. That wraps up our coverage of this insane mountain transport operation. If your heart rate is still elevated, and you love watching heavy machinery cheat death on a daily basis, hit that like button and absolutely smash that subscribe button to support the channel. Stay safe out there on the roads, and we will see you in the next episode of Pure Mechanical Mayhem. Goodbye.